Hello and welcome to today's version of Always Making Something. I am gonna improvise with what I've got. Always making something is never a recipe. So tonight I'm gonna do something Asian inspired. Thus you see the rice vinegar and the mirin. For oil I'm gonna do peanut oil and olive oil. I'm gonna have a base of cabbage, broccoli, and some lettuce, highlighted with bell pepper, red onion, carrots. And then my spices are going to consist of some fresh ginger, some fresh garlic, and jalapenos. I'm going to mix it all up in that bowl right there. Equipment-wise, what you're going to need to make this recipe is a chef's knife. I've got a santoku here. I'm going to use my mandolin, which is basically a mounted knife. I have a little shredder there for my carrot, and that is my handy-dandy garlic press. So the cabbage is going to be shredded on the mandolin, carrot shredded here, garlic and ginger pressed, and then first I'm going to take the broccoli, make small pieces out of it, and steam that for 2 minutes in the microwave, just covered with a steam vent. This is my broccoli. I've cut it into slightly bigger than bite-sized pieces. So I've taken that one head of crowns and then I've cut them into pieces here. I've got 1 tablespoon of water. I'm going to cover this lid loosely, let some steam vent, and microwave that for 2 minutes. While I've got this cabbage here, I'm going to cut this head in half, and then I'm going to use that half on my mandolin. That's my shreds. I'd say I've got about 2 cups of shreds right there. My broccoli has finished steaming. I'm just going to get that little bit of broccoli juice out of that steaming pot. They will not be soft. They will still be al dente. And those are going to go right in my bowl with my 2 cups of shredded cabbage. So we've got the broccoli and the cabbage in the bowl. I just shredded the carrots. I did 2 carrots. I'd say this is a solid 1.5 cups. If I pack this down, maybe 2 cups unpacked. And I'm going to go ahead and add that to the broccoli and the slaw, the cabbage.
Cool.
So I put my maxi cut gloves on because I'm back to my mandolin. I've got it sliced for thin slices. The reason I put my maxi cuts on is to preserve my fingers, and that's the size of onion that I get. I'm going to make it slightly thinner, and that's 1 small red onion. Now I'm going to widen up my mandolin's thickness, and I'm going for that red pepper now. So when you have red pepper, you could do them super thin. But this is what I've got, a couple cabbage pieces, and I'm going to use my chef's knife and chop them just a tad more because I don't want big old onion rings and big old bell pepper. So it's 1 small red onion and 1 red pepper going into the gigantic salad dish. Veggie galore, and what a rainbow of colors. They say that when you have a rainbow, you're getting all your vitamins, so look for colors and add them to your salads. Next up, I'll be putting the dressing together. Okay, I'm back to the mandolin before I get that salad dressing together, and I'm going to do the celery. 2 sticks of celery going through the mandolin, about 1/8 inch of a slice. To those first 2 sticks, I did my next 2 sticks, and I've got about 1 cup of sliced celery. I already have these jalapenos sliced, but I don't want a big old hot bite, so what I'm going to do is just chop those up, and I'll end up with about 1 packed tablespoon of jalapenos. So these are my jalapenos. I ended up with about 1 tablespoon of minced jalapeno. So now to get my sauce together, I've got that broccoli juice that's from the steaming of the broccoli. I'm going to add these 6 pieces of little ginger cubes and about 6 to 7 cloves of garlic through my garlic press. So use the dull edge of your knife to get these items off. So what happens with garlic and, with ginger through the garlic press is that you're going to end up with just the fibers. It's a beautiful thing because you get the ginger juice and then you get the ginger pulp without the ginger fiber. So just scrape that off. It's kind of like juicing ginger for your salad dressing, and ginger is an immunity booster. Now we are on to the garlic. So garlic, you do not need to peel it before you put it through the garlic press. What remains behind is just the skins of the garlic. So you can take a whole clove, you can take several teeny tiny cloves, just push them through and you get that garlic pulp. So at this point I've got broccoli juice, ginger, and about 6 cloves of garlic. Okay, the base of the dressing is going to be peanut oil, olive oil, rice vinegar, and mirin. Again, this is an Asian style, so we're going to do 1 tablespoon of rice wine vinegar, 1 tablespoon of mirin, 1 tablespoon of low sodium soy sauce, so that's our liquid. Now we do our oil. We're going to do 2 tablespoons, and 1 olive oil. And then we're going to get a fork or a small whisk and whisk this together. So now we're going to check for taste. Slightly sweet. You wouldn't believe that all that garlic is in there, so it's very gingery. And then I'm going to think about what would be the spices to put in here. So I could do Chinese 5-spice, I could do coriander, I could do a little bit of something sweet like cinnamon. So we'll put a little bit of cinnamon and see where that takes us. So we're going to do just a little shake of cinnamon. So I've got cinnamon here. Shake, shake, shake. Well, let's do it this way. I do not want it to be cinnamony, and it won't be cinnamony with that little bitty amount of cinnamon. This is coriander. I'd say that's about ½ teaspoon. And then a little bit of Chinese 5-spice. There we go. Don't ask me what's in Chinese 5-spice. Something like star anise and something else. So give it a good, nice mix. It's a little bit more liquidy, not as emulsified as I'd like. So give me a minute off camera. I'm going to whip this up.
There we go, like Keto.
Okay, so what we are doing now, I put that dressing on top, and I've got celery, broccoli, bell pepper, red onion, and what that ended up making was somewhere between a ½ cup and a ¼ cup, so let's call it a third cup of salad dressing, which consists of those 3 tablespoons of oil and the 3 tablespoons of liquid, because it was the mirin, the vinegar, and the soy sauce. You can see that it's nice and wet. This salad is nice and wet. So what you want to do is let this sit, and this is gonna, while I prepare the rest of the meal for the kids, combat cooking, I'm gonna improv what we're gonna do for them, and then this is gonna marinate for about a ½ an hour before we eat. Ta-da! So now we've plated our salads, and we've plated them in a bowl, and I'm putting some pumpkin seeds on top. And that is going to be how we serve this Always Making Something. It's just an Asian salad. Go for it. Make your own.